Sharks. My name is Amy Leinbach.
And I'm Marla Leinbach from Huntington Beach, California.
We're seeking $100,000 for 20% of our company. Big B?
Wilby, please.
Sharks, do you know the best part about arts and crafts time? You're allowed to make a mess. But when I'm all done, the fun stops. There's paper and pom-poms and paste everywhere. And if I don't find my markers and caps that rolled away, they'll dry out.
Don't worry, Mommy. That's why I invented the Marker Parker, the perfect spot to park your markers.
Cool. How does it work?
Marker Parker grips your marker caps tight, so you just remove the drawing part. And when you're done with it, you put it right back.
Marker Parker's ergonomic shape and squishy texture makes it easy for kids to grip, and its playful design encourages them to put their markers back where they belong. So, no more markers rolling onto the floor.
No more lost marker caps.
No more dried out markers. And when a marker does run out of ink, the grown-up just wiggles out the cap
And swishes a new one back in.
Finally, an easy system to keep my markers capped and contained at home and on the go. So, Sharks, who wants to help kids increase their independence, develop good organization skills,
And save the planet from a whole lot of wasted markers.
with the Marker Parker?
Love that. Love that. So big B, little B, I'm guessing there's more products than just the marker products. So that I hopefully there's some sales, because I'd love to see them walk away here with a deal. Yeah, as somebody who has two young kids here at home, absolutely. Markers, crowns, all like any way to help organize all of that stuff is super welcomed. It is always a mess, and hopefully the Sharks can relate, so they can walk away with a deal here.
Marlo, did you make these drawings?
Yes. And those words on top are something you once said.
You did a great job.
Aw.
Marlo, I just found something
just
out
like
here.
me.
I learned I'm bald. I had no idea.
It's all right,
Marlo,
Kelly.
how old are you?
7.5.
You're 7.5? Wow.
Do you want to try out your marker, Parker?
Yes.
We do.
So what you're selling is what the markers are in, or the whole set?
What do we make?
The marker.
Nope, the base.
I mean the base.
Yes. Okay. So it's a holder.
Yeah.
So these work for any pens? Like you can put whatever markers you want inside?
That SKU works for broad tip markers, but actually, with our current run that's going on right now, we decided to make a little modification in order to make it fit for fine tip markers as well.
Amy, it's an eloquent solution. I get it. But what stops the manufacturer, having seen this, from doing it themselves?
We filed a provisional patent back in November. She thought of the idea exactly 1 year ago, July.
Marlo thought of the idea.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, she invented this.
Oh.
I just helped her
no
take it to
idea.
the finish line.
And what do you sell it for?
What's the price?
$15.
$15.
You do. And what does it cost you to make this?
$271 landed.
Wow.
Nice.
That's
All
really
right.
great.
So Amy, how are you selling these at the moment? How are you marketing them?
So, Big B, Little B is the business that we started about 6 years ago. And it just started with a towel that I invented for her as a baby. Do you want to share some of our products?
Sure. This is the Scrubby. It helps kids learn to wash themselves. It's not spun, so germs don't collect on it. And it has a solid handle and soft bristles.
Oh, great idea.
wow.
Marlo, and do you make the straw, too?
So that's the build straw that becomes a full-size straw. It's completely unique in that, and so when you take it apart, it's super easy to clean.
So Amy, obviously you have a lot of products in the company. Like, what's your hero product? What are you selling, and how much of it are you selling?
Okay, so
How much? Well, I think the bigger question here is what are they getting 20% of for $100,000? Are they getting the Big B, Little B, or just the marker product? Because that doesn't have a good track record of going through. When you're just like, we got one, we have all these products, but you can have just this one, generally is not going to fly with the Sharks. So what? I mean, that's great. $271 landed, $15 selling. I mean, if they haven't been supplied, I think they're going to sell out. If you got kids, you got markers, it's kind of a no-brainer. I think it's just seems like a good way of getting kids to clean up after themselves.
Our hero product has been that little silicone scrubber. So last year, we did $230,000 worth of sales.
Of the scrubber.
You know, of the whole
of
business,
everything.
but the scrubber was, is our main product.
What
And
percentage?
that's with like 80%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
but
Wow.
that's with losing all inventory in the second half. It has been unbelievably difficult with quality issues, manufacturing, supply chain.
On your sales last year, did you make a profit or did you lose money?
So we grossed $97,000 and we were profitable $2,200 through it all. So not
Oh,
only did we
boy.
survive, but we made $2,000. Please don't ask me about this year.
What about this year?
Please don't ask me.
Please
What
tell
about-
us.
I'm kidding. I will address that. So this year to date, $110,000. We did not have scrubbies in the first half.
Are you making any money on that $110,000 this year?
No, I have lost a fortune this year. So right now, I'm down $77,000, and here's why.
77?
Here's why. When my
Oh, chasing bad. Oh no, that's you know how many scrubbies you have to sell to make that much money back? That hurts my heart. It hurts my heart.
daughter came to me with this product idea this time last year. This was not in the pipeline. We have another product back here that already was. The train was moving on that product. But I was raised by parents who reached for the stars, follow your dreams, providing me with every resource they could possibly pull together to help me invent, because that's what I loved. I had a fear of numbers, and it stopped me from starting a business for a very long time. But they supported me, and so I support her. And when she had this idea, I asked her, I said, this is brilliant. Do you want to make this for other children? When she said yes, I found the money. I've invested so far $100,000 of my own money. If you ask me in 2 weeks from now, I'll tell you I invested $166,000 of my own money.
So, Amy and Marlo,
Oh, okay. So I'm getting chills here just thinking about it. The power of your time and your thoughtfulness to a child, and particularly your own kid, right? Is so powerful. And obviously it was powerful to Amy as a kid, and changing her trajectory and her belief system of how she wanted to go about living her life, so much so that she has dug in like 166,000, if I understood that correctly, 166,000 for the marker, because look, for the marker Parker, right? That, which, great name, awesome, but you gotta sell a lot of marker Parkers to get that money back, even with those great margins. And I have a feeling that if any shark is going to take a bet on her, it's they're probably going to want more than 20%, because the company's not really worth the 500,000, unfortunately. But I think that they might be worth, they're definitely worth something. I just don't know that the business itself is right there at that moment. But going back to the time factor, I do my best to try to give as much time and effort that I can, and be there for everything for my kids, and give them a life that I didn't really have, growing up. So I think that it means the world to me that to see a parent care enough. I mean, that's all $160,000. I mean, that's like a college, that's a heck of a college fund there. But heck, by the time Marlo gets old enough, college might be 200,000 plus to go, through 250,000 for like not even like an Ivy League type of experience or anything like that. But that's powerful. I hope the Sharks understand how special that is.
let me just say that we don't get
Kevin
many
won't.
7-year-olds in here holding 7.5.
7.5.
Very impressive. Very impressive. You did a great job. And Amy, wonderful that you're supporting your daughter towards a journey of entrepreneurship. That's great. However, telling me you have fear of numbers, that's not a good story.
I know.
As an investor, what I look for is an opportunity to take my capital and pour it on a working business model. It's like pouring gasoline on a fire, and I get my returns because I accelerate by helping that company grow and acquire customers and all the other things that a shark does. This has a lot of problems in it right now.
May I challenge you for a second, please?
Well, I want to get to a place here.
Sure, sorry.
They got great products. I don't see the problem here. They have products that sell. They didn't have product to be able to sell. Like there's value. There's definitely value there. I think Kevin's not going to be the right guy for you. It's just a long way of saying it.
I'm out.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think you're gonna want to take that back.
Well, let's see.
This is what's next.
This is the food container.
Food for like a sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it could fit a whole apple in there.
So are they silicone sandwich storage,
Yeah.
individual, like self?
Yes. So
Guys,
basically,
let me jump in real quick here. Right. Look, one of the great traits of any good entrepreneur is resilience, and you certainly have shown that. But you also have inventoritis, right? Which is one of the worst traits an entrepreneur can have. Because you lost $77,000, you've got to solve the problems that are in front of you first. If you would have come in and said, the marker, we're shipping it, we've got these
We are.
sales,
We
we've
do.
got cash in the bank.
it's going in Bye Bye Baby.
Just because it's in Bye Bye Baby, you would be telling us the numbers, right?
I'll tell you the numbers. $8,500 in sales. How many units have we sold?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000.
Amy,
in
I'm
3.5
out. I'm out.
Okay.
Sorry.
Amy, are you doing this?
You know, I feel like Amy's not doing herself justice in saying that she doesn't like numbers, and maybe that was misconstrued, and maybe the editing. Amy, I'd love to have you and Marlo come on for an interview, so drop a comment down below and make that happen. But yeah, obviously you know your numbers. When you're trying to get something that's like a smash hit and you have all these different ideas. I mean, you do have to solve, Mark's not wrong. You do have to solve the problems that are in front of you. But when you feel that you have the capacity to take on more, that's when you go and you line up other things to create, and you don't stop creating. But that's where maybe spending some of that money would be really helpful in having, and maybe they do, having a marketing team to work with to really drive those sales and rack up the dollars before, having that next thing suck up a lot of money. It can take up time, right? Like if as an entrepreneur, if you don't have like an idea book, like this book in front of me, or like a note, using the notes on your phone or something, Evernote or one of these other solutions. If you don't have like a document with ideas of things you want to create, then I kind of think you're doing it wrong. That doesn't mean that you're going to follow through with everything, but you ideas build on other ideas that build on experiences, and before you know it, you're like, oh, I have this idea, but I don't have the people, or I don't have the right this, that, or the third in place, or the money. And then eventually things open up, things change, and you go to the idea board and you say, oh, there's an idea, and now I have experience to not only make that idea happen, but make it more efficiently, and I have the money to go and do it. Yeah, I mean, maybe fixing their problem could have been, some pre-orders, pre-sales through like Kickstarter. It can be a mixed bag. I have friends that have lost a lot of money doing their Kickstarters, but if you do it right, you can pull off a hefty amount of money to bring in to fund those other things, or fund marketing, a marketing department to make the next thing happen. The sandwich thing is interesting. I didn't understand if it's a whole apple. I mean, if you slice up an apple, like, yeah, I guess.
Alone.
No.
Oh, well, of course.
That's
But
Yes.
I completely love your teaching your daughter how to think big and how to be creative and inventive at the same time, when you come up with an idea, you perfect it. You make that one product a huge success, and then you go to the next. So I think you just have overextended yourself in every way. I'm so sorry. I'm out.
Guys,
Thank you,
I
Lori.
really admire what you've done, and I think just seeing the two of you stand here as a mother and daughter, it's just like amazing. You know, it warms the heart. I do think that you've probably overextended yourself a little bit. There's so many products in this brand that I don't quite understand what you stand for, right? And I do think there's an element of having a hero product, you really, really perfecting that, and then thinking about other things. At the moment, the approach just feels a little bit scatterbrained. And while this might be an amazing business for you two, I just don't think it's something that I can invest in. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Hold up a sec. You have the hero product. The hero product is the scrubber. Like, did you not hear the 80% of the 230,000? And they've only done 110,000. I say only, not being like only, but only, you know, for to that point, 110,000. So the answer there is they need inventory, right? They have a hero product. They might need better marketing. I don't know, you know, they didn't talk about their customer acquisition costs, but that's what they need. Like, they need somebody to put fuel on the fire. I think that you know, not being able to see where what they stand for, I think that's absurd to say, honestly, because it's all about to me, it's all about the relationship between, and maybe I'm wrong, and Amy Marlowe, please come tell me in the comments down below. We'll make it happen for an interview. To me, it's all about the relationship between parent and kid, right? And having stuff that improves that the life and the relationship and it's kind of loose, right? I think it's a little bit of a loose analysis there, but like the relationship between the big V and the little V, I just don't, I don't see how you don't get it.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Marlo, I have 4-year-old twins, and they love to draw. They would love something like this. And
Come on,
I know
Robert.
you can't see it, but I have bees on my suit. And so I love the bees. I love bees. Amy, I was going to make you an offer until you started showing us more products. I think, you know, when you're really small, you have to be laser focused. And I kind of feel that your real strength and value is inventing.
So perhaps you look at us as a design studio and license these products.
Amy, I think you are phenomenal at design. That's a really good way to look at it. But if you're a design studio, you need somebody to sell it. I'm not so much a licensing guy. I want to help build a business around this. I mean, I wish you all the best, but for the business investment, I'm sorry, I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck,
Keep on
guys.
doing what you do.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Good job,
thank you.
Marlo. You were
Good
amazing.
job,
You
Marlo.
were amazing.
I'm happy that Mama got what she wanted. She always wanted to go on Shark Tank, and she's on Shark Tank now.
I did get what I wanted, honey.
Well, Robert, I think you did a great job of crushing
No
Marlo's
kidding. I was
dreams.
going to make you an offer.
7.5 years
Oh, my
old. She's
God.
decimated. I mean,
I was.
Well, then do it.
it broke my heart what you did. I wept like a baby.
What the heck? I don't. I mean, Kevin, you were not any better, so don't try to make yourself feel better there. So checking out their website, Shark Tank right at the front, right? We were at the bat. We got faces. Apparently, they've been featured in The View, Good Morning America, Baby List. That's awesome to see. They got the award-winning Scrub B. I spelled that wrong. I wrote Scrubber. They got their straw, which is pretty awesome. And they got the Crayola Pipsqueak washable markers. So maybe they have a partnership with Crayola. That's pretty awesome. That's no small feat there at all. and you get to know them. You got some great reviews right up there. Scrubber works. Oh, that's so great. It's great. And then 1% for the Planet member, which is always great to see as well. Now I'm curious, real quick, I want to see what's their prices. Marker Parker, so it's still $15. Got 18 reviews. You could buy it right now. I hope that they this gives them the leaping leap forward that they don't necessarily need one of the sharks, but they got some engagement here with what's that, almost 8,000 followers on Instagram, which is great to see. Very cool. TikTok, 821 followers, which is pretty good. 34,000 likes. Definitely a lot to be done on the TikTok front there. And the Big B Little B Facebook page already has some of my friends have liked it as well. How cool is that? Anyway, I would love to have you come on some great amount of Facebook engagement there. I'd love to have you come on for an interview. Just drop a comment down below, like Himothy, who says Emma is looking fine in his wine. LOL. Love the video show. This is from last season when Emma was on the show. So I greatly appreciate you watching and commenting. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and go be super.